Hollow Knight is an absolutely beautiful game. Incredible. Phenomenal, even. From the ambience, the art, it is just perfect overall. This is one of my favorite games. But Minecraft is not always this beautiful. And this is the exact reason why I want to transfer some of Hollow Knight's beauty into Minecraft. Hello, I am Ekambokum, and I'm sure the first thing you noticed in clicking on this video was this lovely new skin. Yeah, this looks great. The second thing I'm sure you noticed was that this is not Bokum Builds. I was trying to update game versions, and Bokum Builds may have broken in the process, RIP. But I figured out another thing to do, hence what you're watching. The third thing, as I'm sure you noticed, was Hollow Knight? Yes, in this I shall be attempting to bring Hollow Knight's beauty into Minecraft. Not directly copying anything, more of just being inspired. I guess you really could just count this as Bokum Builds Season 2. Alright, let's jump into it. You will finish this clip of me playing Hollow Knight first. Side note, I may have gotten sick whilst recording this, so if I sound funny, yeah, sick. Again, sorry. So if I log in, I have this flat world here. But I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. Luckily for me, there exists this art app called Krita. So if I can just figure out something to do here. I figured out something to do to build for a starter base, but it's expensive. So I'm going to spare you guys of my grinding for actual resources so I can live. And we are just going to essentially skip to whenever I have some good stuffs. Is this thing on? Is it on? Camera? Yeah, I've gotten pretty well geared up by now. I'm looking pretty schmancy, pretty fancy, if you couldn't see that. However, I still require, like, resources for base. I mean, it's a pretty expensive one this time around, so still working on that. So I have gone through the brutal process of gathering the resources for my starter base. This is an expensive one. I mean, just look at this chest. This is the resources I require for this one. Yes, it is decently big for a starter base, yet it's so small at the same time, like shockingly so. This is just kind of full of overwhelmingly a large amount of detail, I guess. So, are you ready? I didn't think so. Let's do this thingy. What a cute little guy he is down there. Gosh, this one is really complicated, isn't it? That was quite a bit of work. If I free cam, you can see that this thing is quite full of detail. Like, yeah, that's a lot of detail. This took a lot of time. That copper is meant to oxidize. It took me roughly an hour and 44 minutes to construct according to replay files. So that's fun. But you, audience, thought we were done? We are not done. I've just spent a very, very long time resource grinding these 3 chests. This is a lot of resources because I've got quite the terraining project ahead of me. Quite the terraining project. It is all to go with this thing. This is about the largest single episode project I've done, especially because this is just, you know, episode 1. But I figured, why not bring you guys just a beautiful landscape. We're going to do this differently than a time-lapse. I'm going to slightly change the way I do this, so I'm kind of going to walk you through what I'm doing. I will be using Lightmatica because I can't exist without Lightmatica. But you're not going to be seeing the Lightmatica. You're going to see the final product. Let's start this project by I need a lot of moss for this, and for good reason. So I'm just going to start placing that there. We need more moss. More moss. That is a start. Yep, this is coming along. We don't ask questions about this area right now. It is going to be completely seen in the final product, and it is going to be pretty. Like I said, it was going to improve. I mean, just look at that beautiful, just such a cute little pond. I am so proud of it for no apparent reason. I've improved in my terraining skills. This is going to be a river. Now trust the process as to why the river isn't filled in yet. But first, we're going to do something not nature-y. First, we are going to have to build a staircase upwards, which means we're going to have to tear off some of the decor. The art of constructing a staircase. It is quite the art indeed, but it must be done sometimes. There are just those times when you need stairs. That staircase was unnaturally difficult to put there. Alright, now for the next part. Preview of the rest. Second spoiler, this is what's going on here. I have skeletons in my ceiling. I can hear it. And that would be the not nature-y part for this. Now you may be wondering what's this about. But you are about to find out entirely what that's about. Just so we're clear, I did mean the empty, overhang type thing, not the entire thing. So, to inform you, we are about to build up an entire, cliff face type thing. Now, I've never done cliffside terraforming before, especially. This entire lawn, this is something, but a cliffside... a cliffside is an entirely another thing. So, this is going to be good still, don't worry. So, I've done a thing, alright? And let me take you on a little bit of a tour. I actually love this. This is the first time I've ever really done a terraforming project, and it has come out so well. Well, for the most part. There's one thing that I've not done yet. But let me explain the dirt patches. The dirt patches, they are places where grass should be, but I don't have silk touch, therefore I don't have grass. Those dirt patches will be fixed at a later point in time. Now, let me just finish that part. And one more time, we watch as it flows down. We throw ourselves down. Yes. Oh, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Now the terraining is complete. We do not talk about around the terraining. We pretend that the entire world is just this space, just this little space. Camera, have I gotten you set up? King entirely? Are you... I can't tell. I'm gonna have to save this recording real quick. Now, I think I've got a hint of explaining to do. You see, my last video was November 27th, I believe, 2024. But then, disaster struck. I got sick, effective immediately after that video. With such a terrible cough, I just could not record for a few weeks on end, and it was making me very, very angry. Then, what happens is Christmas. Just the general Christmas season, because, that's the month of December, and Christmas exists. Then the new year. Then I get sick again, and I stop feeling like being able to make a video. This second sickness started in January, but then I decided that it was stupid, and I was just going to keep recording through it, and that's why my voice may have sounded a little bit funny throughout the video. Please forgive me, I'm trying to get better at this whole schedule thing. But it is what it is. Also, with broken builds breaking, that just caused even more delay. There are skeletons in my ceiling, and I just had to think of another thing to do. But hey, here we are now, making this lovely here video. But this, my friends, is just the start. I have so many more lovely things. This episode is incredibly short because I am more than late, and I don't want to be 2 months late again. And 2 months late is really bad. So I'm going to cut this here, and I am sorry about that. But until the next one, I shall see you later. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Entry, log 1. So I don't know where on earth I am anymore. After Broken Builds collapsed, that was the last place I really knew where I was. After Kingscraft collapsed, so I'm clueless now. I don't understand. I'm building a city over there since I figured why not make residents here while I'm here. But the reason I started this is this tree. I don't understand where it's coming from, but it's growing. Earlier, it was just a little sapling, it was just a little sprout, and it's already grown to this. And that is not meant to happen that fast for physics, especially because tree. So, why is this here? I don't know. I will keep this thing updated. Why am I here? I don't know. I will keep this thing updated. It is a rather interesting thing, though. This is the end of log 1.